set a decent time.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. NIS Fixed Series time here at Darlington. Closing up my NASCAR side of week 12. We are going out for qualifying. Decent field for the time slot that it is. I think I am like back third of it in terms of rating. So should be hopefully a fairly fun race. Attempted one of these earlier just to kind of get a feel for the car, see what it was like. Would have just ran an A fixed if I had that license, just to kind of see what the car was like and then attempt this, but kind of worked it out. So for whatever reason, lap 1 always seems to be a bit slower for me. So just trying to get a somewhat decent time in case I make issues on lap 2. Not great first lap.
P14.
Just not pushing the car hard enough. 14th right now. It's ahead of where I'm supposed to be. Turn 2 I've really been struggling at trying to get the speed out of. And I get the wall, so it's not going to count anyways. It's a good thing I got that first lap in. Just ride around and finish it out. See if we fall back at all. Middle of the pack, basically. Not the best place to be, but not the worst place to be. Long race. Plenty of things can happen.
That's the end of the session, P14.
Looks like 24 turn times, so we're basically kind of middle of the road. A couple tenths off. I don't know. I might have been able to pick up half a tenth to maybe 3/4 of a tenth, so it wouldn't have been much better. Maybe somewhere in the 9th to the 11th range, possibly. So made just a couple small changes to the fixed setup. I went up one interval, went from 2.36 to 2.64 on the pinion, and then I went to +2 on the offset. Everything else is the same, minus I do use the second page for the dash. So get paint schemes refreshed. We will jump in. Looks like there's a few fast guys that did not qualify, or higher rated guys. We'll see what kind of speed they translate into. Can make it fun. We'll see how it goes. It should be a good time. 184 laps. Hopefully we can keep it clean. Not too many cautions, but we'll see.
Wondering, Larson's back in the lead lap.
See how that goes. This is during the real Southern 500, so I'm gonna be turning chat down. Keep chat up just in case I need to, say sorry to anybody, but I don't really want to hear what's going on with the race. I have it recording and we'll be watching it after I finish racing this to finish it off. Watch the first part of it. Just see how it goes. One of these that I attempted before was really bad. A lot of cautions the first half of the race, and then the last half it cleaned up quite a bit. I'm hoping this one just stays fairly clean the whole time, although it seems like I don't know. C fixed was really clean. A fixed or B fixed was not quite as clean. I don't know, maybe
14th.
second time's a charm in this. We'll see.
78.
Gained a decent amount of safety rating out of it. Just added 2x and then was able to keep it clean the rest of the way. So did not finish great. I had an issue with spinning off a turn 4 one lap that put me back, but didn't drop too much in the way of I rating just because of where I was. And then we'll see. I did run with this Sebastian, so kind of have an idea what he's going to be like. I think we're going to be doing a second gear start. I kind of experimented with both second gear starts and third gear starts in the attempt. If I was towards the front of the field, I felt like second gear was better. If I was in the back, I didn't mind just going with third gear. If this race can go a little bit quicker, we won't be in as big of a change in terms of track. Sun will go down. Shouldn't be an insane amount if we can actually just stay green, but I don't have high hopes for that. Got a feeling it's a little bit of a weaker field, so got a feeling we could have some issues. Get ready to go though. Biggest key is just to be kind on the tires as the run goes on. It does definitely get loose. Center of the corner's off as the run goes. We're gonna get ready to roll here shortly.
Green, green, green.
Pick up our Southern 250.
Inside.
Not really wanting to go too wide into one right away, but it's going to be a pretty tight pack to start. It's just so tough to run out of turn 2 too wide.
He's still there. Keep digging. Inside's clear.
But we are able to prevail. Slip in front of the 5. Just kind of riding behind the 20. Never really got a full fuel/tire run first race, so I don't know if shifting down into 4 is going to benefit in the middle of 3 and 4 later on as the run goes. I stay in 5th to start, but got one car up in the wall early already in turn 1. Seeing that all night. Hopefully that's not going to be me. Team's kind of running as that car just locking down. He's kind of looking like he wants to get by the 35. We get a nice shot from 19. I know I lifted a bit earlier than he was probably expecting, but not really looking to dive underneath anybody in front yet, so he's going to continue to be aggressive. We'll just try to get him by. So he's now working on the outside of the 35 here in 3 and 4. Get the run off of him, off of 4.
Right side.
Decent run on the 20 despite getting loose.
Clear up high.
Try to clear him 1. Just gonna try to pick up like 1 spot at a time. Just gonna work our way up. Looks like the front 4 or 5 have broken away. Just to get a little bit of a separation from the 19.
That lap time was 29.74. The guy ahead has just posted at 29.70.
Looks like the 20 was the slower one because the 35's picked up pace a decent amount. Although he drives in a bit deeper into 3 and 4, catches us. Like I said, I feel like I'm kind of taking it easy in case we do get into a long run. 19's fallen back a bit as well.
Fastest lap for Baker, 29.61. The guy behind has just done a 29.51.
Kind of okay with just settling here. I think a top 10 would be a really good finish. I'd be ecstatic with a top 5. And honestly, given my car number, even if I could finish like top 15, that'll be a good night. Let's see what we can do.
What's your best lap in this session?
Biggest problem for me has been when to lift and when to cut down into turn 1, or in the middle with 1 and 2, to get the good exit attitude without losing too much momentum.
What's your quickest lap in this session?
20 drives really deep in there, the 1. I know I kind of let off a bit early. Like I said, just kind of settling in. If I get the opportunity to try to get by the 35, I will, but I'm not looking to be crazy aggressive. Because we do get into a long run, I kind of want to let the tires settle in. Get a bunch of cautions, it'll be interesting to see how people work pit strategy. If we go green, it's going to be out every 60 laps or so. I don't think splitting it into 4s will be the way to go. I think 3rds will be the right call.
Right side.
Work on the 35 here in turn 1.
Clear outside.
Stay off of him. I got in a bit slower. He gets the run, so we're just going to lift, fall in behind him out of 2. This one he's going to get the run. See how aggressive he's going to get into 3.
Stay high. We got one
He's
inside.
going to try to take the inside, so we'll just give it to
Keep
him.
it steady. Still there. long.
Wasn't really trying to fight too hard on the outside, just keep the momentum up, stay there.
Your lap time was 30.27.
Gets in the wall there, I push middle 1 and 2. Just kind of stayed on the throttle a bit too much, I think. Front 10 are starting to kind of group back together. Had a really bad 3 and 4 there. Got a slower car, about half a lap ahead, a little under half a lap ahead. 19 goes. Excuse me, that was 12 going way down the track. Yeah, that lift getting into 2 is where I'm really struggling with right now. Five gets in the wall there in the middle of 3 and 4. It's still early on though. Plenty of laps to go. One's going for a wreck. That's 7.
We've got a full course.
There's the caution. I was wondering how long it was going to take to come out. It's a bit early for what I normally would plan for coming in for pit stop, but betting you're going to see a lot of people in for the pits.
Pace car is out. Line up single file behind Samsung. Pace car is
Got
out.
lucky to avoid that. I probably should have checked up sooner than what I did. Gotten to the inside part of the track a little bit sooner. So working caution, first one of the race, lap 14. Up to 10th.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
See how many up front are going to elect to come to pits. Looks like pretty much everybody -1.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Pit lane speed limit is 45 miles per hour.
Try to do better and not blow pit stalls this time.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
A little bit of a slower entry into the box. We'll have to work on that next time, but I'd rather do that and give up a couple seconds than overshoot and give up even more. Looks like we got ahead of the 60 or the 35. Yeah, he's still working his way off there. 2019 are lined up behind us, so in terms of everybody that pitted, we might have picked up a spot on pit road. Looks like there's quite a few cars that elected to stay out.
Pits are open.
Just gonna try to save some fuel here. Reduce the time on the next stop. And it's not gonna change. We're still gonna need 2 more stops regardless. We are getting the one to go.
Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
22 in front of us so he can get the outside line. Really sure, there he goes, he jumps up. Let's see, was not looking like he wanted to double file up. He still quite isn't looking like it. So we'll get going with 167. Basically, somewhere around 73, 74 if we do happen to stay green all the way for the next stop. So we're going to be in 15th as well, so A few cars stayed out.
Green flag, we're racing.
Got to the gears, 19s pushing behind us.
E14.
See what he's going to do
Yeah,
going
one right
into
side.
turn 1.
Clear.
2234 gets into the wall. Got to watch for him. He kind of cuts down.
Okay, Jake, the next car is Baker.
Keep that of note how he drives. See how aggressive 22 is going to get. A little too much throttle there in the middle of 3 and 4. It's up to 13th. Side by side for the 3 and the 4 up ahead. Watch that as the 3rd and 4 checks up.
On the inside.
22 came flying in. 19's right behind us. This is going to be a fun mess going into turn 3.
Still there.
And my friend's pretty lower. 3 gets into the wall. How to check up for him. 22 is going to take advantage of that. I don't know. I know I'm kind of driving conservatively right now.
E15.
Not much I can do. So we get around the 3 here, which is going to be tight here through turn 2.
Keep it together. Hold your line.
19's going to get the run on the outside. 3 gets going, so it's going to stall us out. 19's going to try to use the outside momentum.
He's still there.
Try not to push up into him off the corner. We get into him just a little bit.
Still there.
Everybody's still going to go by on the outside, though.
This lap for Rogers, 29.
Clear up high.
E16. That was
Alright, time to settle back in. Just got caught at the wrong spot there with the way the 34 was. 34 seems to be slow. We got 1 going down low. That's the 22.
You got one on the inside.
He comes flying back up the track. So we're going to be in the exact same spot again. Stuck behind the 3 who's slow on the outside. 22's on the inside. Trying to get the 22 by me so I can fall in line behind him.
Keep it steady. Still there.
Without
Clear
35 getting by us.
Time was at 30.08.
Alright, lots of guys having issues here. I think they're just kind of overdriving it, trying to get as many spots as they can, but we're seeing cars everywhere. 16s now, slow on the outside. 3's still getting into the wall. 22 kind of contacts the 3.
30.15.
Thought the 3 was going to get in the wall again, kind of laid back, watching for it. 5's pushing all over the back of us. Tight Darlington Racing. Front of the pack is really starting to gap out. Just getting loose there in the middle of 3 and 4.
Right side. Clear
35
high.
gets
Right
into
side.
the wall. He's bouncing all over the
Left side,
place.
clear. On your right.
GBU is hating this right now. 35 is going to push hard on the outside.
He's still there. Keep it together. Hold your line.
I'm just really getting torn apart right now. Apparently driving way too slow for everybody.
Still there.
But it's
Still there.
way early. We're not even to lap 30
Still
yet.
there.
And we've got 184 scheduled.
He's still there.
35 and the 16 getting the wall.
Coming up on your
3 slower. Try to get to the inside of the 3.
You've just done it.
clear.
Alright, clear him. Gets us back to 14th. Gets us into a little bit of a hole. Got the 5 and the 3 behind us. We buy some time as the 5 gets slow off 2. Alright, now he can settle down. Get out of that hornet's nest. It's not the funnest spot to be in. 22's about a full second ahead.
P14.
3, the 16. All those guys were really slow. Got the 11 coming down the track. It's not really a fun backstretch there. No caution. Not sure why he started coming down the track like that. Couple more spots there.
P12.
Keeping it clean is the name of the game. Clean and smooth. Guy's just getting into the wall. Slow out of 2, it looks like. 29 slow here. 22 drives underneath them into 3. Run on the 9 out of turn 4.
Hold
your line.
Full course caution.
He gets
be
into the
careful.
wall, and we were not clear of him before the caution came out. So, I think I want to stay out and save a set of tires. If I was breaking it even, I'd want to go about 28 laps or so on a set of tires. So I know if we go green, we're going to be at a big disadvantage, but I kind of feeling the way this is going, this is going to be like the other one where the first half's going to be pretty dirty. Not, I wouldn't say dirty, but guys are going to have problems keeping control, and then it's going to kind of clear up the second half of the race, so I think we try to save the sets for then. That way, if we get anything late race, might have an extra set at hand.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
See how many people like to stay out. It'll probably put us at a bit of a disadvantage, but I think everybody that stayed out in the first caution will likely come in this time. Looks like there's 4 ahead of us that stayed out. It's like 5 if you count the 22 who was headed to pit road and then pulled back out. So, we're on our second caution. Some crazy laps there. That was definitely nerve-wracking, and the frames was not fun to deal with. Once it gets sorted out, it'll get cleaner. The frames will go back up. It's just all the cars around all at the same time off the restart that does it, but certainly made it feel a little bit worse. Well, I really like gotten accustomed to the high refresh and those frame rates. If I get to 60 even, it gets really choppy on me. I hate to feel, and then when you got cars all over the place, the 3s, you know, either net coating in the wall or actually hitting the wall and trying to avoid him. You had 35 all over the back, as you had a bunch of people everywhere. Like, makes it feel real hairy for sure. We're only going to be starting lap 30 this time. Oh, sorry if you, well, unless you haven't watched the race, you won't get the spoiler now. I know Harvick's not in it. I wish I could be like text chat too. I hate getting the spoilers, just try not to pay attention up top. So we'll still keep to the same strategy, somewhere around, you know, if we go green, 73-ish, 70 to 73. If we get a caution in the next probably 15 laps, 10 to 15 laps, then we'll probably think about coming in for our second set of tires. We'll be running the NIS fixed during week 13 at Kansas. Not sure what other oval racing I'll be doing. Just kind of have to see what else on the schedule, when I can run, what it's going to look like.
We're going green next time by.
Alright, get lined up here on the outside. Looks like we dropped 2 cars now. So field slowly dwindles. The team's laying back a bit. Got the 2, I believe, is your leader. 8's running second. 29 third. 19 fourth. 22 fifth. And we are 6th. do here on the outside of this restart. Maybe we'll be able to get by the 22. You know, the 5's going to be decently quick. Trying to get as good of a restart as we can. See if the 2 goes. Okay. It's either been like right there coming out of turn 4, or it's been almost to the line when the flagman throws the green. 22 kind of pinches us. Just gonna get him by. 31's gonna try to take advantage of that. He's gonna clear us. 5's gonna look to the inside off of 2. Alright, able to stay in front of him. So, drop a spot there off the restart, no big deal. 22 looked like he was just gonna drive us up into the wall in the front stretch. Just kind of kept coming up. Did a really bad run there off of turn 4.
7th position.
He's got to be careful on slightly older tires. Not going to grip as well. We're going to have some people come into the front with fresher tires.
You got one right
22
side.
really bad. Him and 31 being side by side out of 2. So we get by the 22, and then I'm going to drive it almost up into the wall. Really bad 3 and 4 there. Run on the 31 going into turn 1.
6th place.
He's still there. Keep digging.
Get into him.
They're outside.
That was on me for just overdriving the entry. Here comes the 22 getting the run since we were slow in the middle of 1 and 2. Alright, time to settle down. Settle down, get into a rhythm. Not overdrive the car. 6th place is still not a bad place to be at all.
That lap was a 13.12.
Got the 22 behind us, who I felt like was slower. Hopefully that should kind of almost act as a pick and buy us some time. He overdrives 3 and 4. Hopefully we should be able to pull away there. Opens up just a little bit, but he gets a better run out of 4.
That was a 29.90.
I feel like the driving of these is kind of a combination between the trucks and the Xfinity car, but as the run goes on and the rear tires wear, especially the left rear, it feels more like an Xfinity car in terms of how you have to work the throttle in the center of the corners and off to keep it from getting too loose and sliding. Still kind of getting accustomed to how these, what I'm calling current gen, I know everybody says the next gen car, how they drive. Haven't run very many races with them, so still really trying to learn them. 5's falling back. 27-20 have gotten by him. Drove turn 3 there. Bit loose, but 22 has some issues. We open up about a 10th on him. Top 5 are almost nose to tail.
V6.
Almost got into the wall. Everybody's really moving up the track in 1 and 2. There's that loose off of 4 that I got to work on. Got to be a bit smoother on the throttle.
Last lap was a 30.
Not quite full throttle right away. 22's going to be all over the back of us here soon. 31's going to take a look to the inside of the 29 going into 3. Had 2 wide up for the lead ahead as well. 2 continues to hold into it.
Alright, Jake. The next
Eight's
car
back
is
in third.
Rogers.
31
Last
to
lap
get
time
by the
was a
29.
13.15. Fowler is now in the lead.
2's now back to second. It's kind of slow, but we're just going to sit behind here going into 3. It's going to bring the 22 back in a bit. Get some good racing up here at the front. 2027 trying to close up. They're going side by side down the front stretch. 8 going way wide, 22 loses it off of 4. He's going to lose a bunch of spots. Those are the things I'm trying to avoid. Like I said, as the tires start to wear a little bit and you get onto the throttle too much, especially out of 4, you can easily loop it and have that happen. And it kind of just hits you out of nowhere. So if I can avoid that, I'll have better tires later on in the run. I'll be able to pick up some spots. 12 and the 6 are behind us now. 20s sitting in 9th. I think the 12 pitted the last caution. Could be wrong. Wow, I get really slidey out of 2. Not good for the rear tires. 12 gets a big run down the backstretch. Drop another car. There's, like I said, once you overheat the tires, you get it loose once, it's going to start doing that. So it's going to look to our inside, going into 1.
He's still there.
Kind of just drives up into us.
They're inside.
I don't know if he apologized or not, but trying to stay in front of 6. 6 is going to get the run off of 2, look to the inside.
Still there.
And when you lose one spot, you end up losing a couple. So here comes the 17 as well.
Still there.
Got a gap back to the 20, so try to settle
They're on the
in.
inside.
Over rotation there in the middle of 3 and 4 lifting. It's going to allow the 20 to catch us. It's so hard to just, in the middle of the corner, lift and let anybody go. 8's really slow. You saw him almost get into the wall. Just got to reset and try to go back after him. Cool the tires back down. I think this is the difference of guys with fresh tires versus guys that pitted under the second caution right now. 12 gets into the wall in 3 and 4. I got loose there in the middle of 3 and 4. It's like right around the 20 to 30 lap mark on the tires that they start to do this, so right about the right spot. We get a caution, we'll be in this time.
It looks like Samsel has gone off.
Wreck happened behind us, so give us a chance to catch our breath. Get some fresh tires back on the car.
Line up single file behind Garcia.
Not quite to the 1/3 mark.
It's closed.
This is slightly clearer than the first race I ran with. Might be about the same. We might have had it about every 15 laps or so. So we'll see how many stayed out or came in last time. We'll stay out this time, or we'll sort out.
Pits are open.
Looks like the 12 so far is the only one to stay out. 6 and 17 are going to go back out as well.
The leader, Fowler, is pitting. What's your speed limit in the pits? Box in 1,530 feet.
Let's get a single, not to overshoot pit stall. Just come in and we
Box
get
in
flagged
5,
for speeding on pit road.
4,
Did not think I was that fast, but
3,
apparently
2,
I was.
1. Box now.
So, start from the back now. Oh well, we'll make it work. Probably come back in, top off for fuel then, if I'm already going to the back. That way we know we're good to go. Jumped over a bit over the speed limit, but we were already going to the back, so no big deal for the rest of it. Now we gotta get everybody by us. Check the tires, we'll come back in a second time. Like I said, when we get the probably the 2 to go, we'll come back in. We might as well shut the engine off because we're gonna have to roll here and let everybody by, so. Oh, we'll give you something exciting to see coming from the back. Good news is if I was gonna get the penalty, I'd rather get it here early on than late in the race.
Ball goes yellow. Pits are open.
2 to go, so we'll come in next time by. Not sure why everybody behind is taking so long to get up to speed. I just have to sit here and roll. Could probably just park and have it done faster, but no big deal. It's just agonizing. I feel like the field's almost gonna be back to us before we get everybody by. Hoping the 7's the last one. Yep. 7 was the last one. Nope, now we gotta get the 18 by. 18's coming out of pit road. Alright. Tires are unchecked. Oh, we gotta get the 4 on by. Shut it
Okay,
down.
Jake, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
He's getting the 1 to go. We'll jump in and try to get on the pit road.
Watch your speed. Box in 1,540 feet.
A terrible entry there. This is not going to work out. Hopefully we can stay out, get back up to the field. If not, I'm sure we'll
Box
catch a
in
quick caution.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Get the fuel, we'll get going. This car's gonna be pulling off momentarily, so nothing I can do. Shouldn't have done that. No big deal. Pray for a quick caution, then we'll be good to go. Let's get back up to speed. Probably be about half a lap down or so. Like I said, I don't have a worry that we're not going to get a caution here soon. Not terrible. Not quite a half a lap. We'll catch up to some of the people. Back in 29th though. Sad thing, that's only 3 spots off of where we're supposed to be running. Plenty of race to go. Still got 135 laps to go. 134, excuse me.
You're gaining on this guy. The gap's now 2.1.
Catch a couple of these lap cards, get by them, and then start slowly picking off spots one at a time.
To us is now Gilbert.
On your right.
By the 18 low, he was involved in one of the cautions earlier in the race. It's going to be close on whether or not we can do it on one more stop. I think it's going to be likely
That lap was at
even third, so
29.74.
you know, somewhere around 95 if we stay green. The next stop. 25's damaged.
Sanders is leading the race.
Outside line is clear.
So the 10 slow, we'll try to get him coming out of turn 4.
On your right.
Got 1 down low,
Still there.
up ahead. Clear the 10.
B28, the gap to Gilbert. Behind is now 0.22.
Looks like the
That lap time
30's
was
off the pace a bit.
29.80. Full course
And there's our
watch
caution.
out.
Big wreck here on the backstretch. Cars going everywhere. 28 slow. People
Pace
still
car is
continuing
out.
to hit each
Pits
other.
are Closed. Race cars out. Line up single
Looks
file
like that's
behind car
the
number
13 that's
16.
got damage. Get the 16 on by, who's or outside. He's just riding. Alright, so see, no harm, no foul. We're caught back up. People could be on pit road, pick up some spots. Not sure if the top 4 that stayed out or whoever they are will be coming in, but able to avoid that one. Back caught up with the field.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
So like I said, these frequent cautions, this happened in the last one I ran, it really does kind of throw a wrench in everybody's strategy. So it'll be interesting to see how everybody works it. We have 4 sets left, I believe. Yep. Looks like some people not happy with the amount of caution flags. I get it. It's pretty frustrating. It's like the majority of the field staying out as well. So, if this is correct, nobody else front, back up to 18th. It's a little bit behind, but not crazy far. And really, unlike one lap old tires at green flag laps, so really not a big difference. And we've got a couple more laps worth of fuel than everybody. Not that it should make a massive difference, but thought I'd try it.
Pits are open.
Ford jumped on the pit road. So gives us another spot. And we've got the 35 right behind us. Yay! We know how aggressive he was.
I got 10 minutes, so awesome. Yeah, those tow leaks are great. 10 minutes? Probably because I hit you on your left side. I really love left side crashing.
Sounds like most people talk about either the last caution or the caution before, how much damage they have. You know, 35 was saying something to me, so. Be back behind the 22, our favorite. We got the 35 outside of us as well. That's gonna be fun. Just gonna have to be as aware as we can. Looks like the 3's up ahead as well. Just try to do the best we can. See what's gonna happen and how we can avoid as much of it as possible. Sun's starting to go down. Hopefully soon it'll be down behind towers going into turn 3, the Earnhardt Towers. Get ready to go green here. Off and rolling. Just kind of taking it easy. I gave up just a little bit of time there, but take it easy. 7 pushing hard on the outside 22.
Yeah, on right side.
Look to the outside, then drop back.
The next car is
Clear fine.
Clear the 35. Now just gotta watch for all this too wide up ahead. Make sure we don't get involved in anything that happens.
Coming up on here.
35 looking to be outside into
He's
3.
still there. He's still there.
14 slow on the outside. That's gonna stall the 35 out. We're gonna try to get by the 14 on the inside here off of 4. 5's gonna cut behind us.
Even
2
he's
to our
still there.
inside.
P16.
A little bit of time with the 35 behind us. Still get the run out of 2 though. 2 goes high in the middle of 3, 7's blinking. Have to watch for that. It's gonna make it really tough with running close to the wall as well as too wide.
Just done a 29.84.
Kind of had a weird entry there into 1. Just kind of laying back here right now, trying to see where the 22 is going to go to get around the 7. 7 almost gets into the wall. He's just behind the 15. Maybe some contact between the 7 and 22. Hard to say. 7's definitely slow. It's just so tough to pass here. So let's try and look. Inside on the 15. 7 and 22 going to go side by side. 22's almost into the wall. 7 getting a big run through 3 and 4. 22 going to try to get to the outside. 7 slow down the front stretch.
16th place.
So just right there behind 7. Slow in the middle of 2. I'm not sure if it was caused by the 15 up ahead. Swell's made his return back up. He's trying to work to the inside of the 35. Just past a third of the way.
30.49.
I have to try to push here. Otherwise we're going to be getting eaten by the 35 and the 12 here soon. I'm still trying to go into tire saving mode, but I also don't want to get put in those positions that I was in the previous run. 15, 22 kind of block low. Middle of the pack is just so sketchy right now. 5, 12 really getting good runs in the middle of 1 and 2, diving hard. 7's going to try to work to the inside of the 15. We're going to try to follow the 7 through. It seems like it was the 15 that's been holding everybody up.
He's still there.
15 gets into the wall. We clear him. Makes that a little bit easier. So now we can see the 7's going to pick up the pace, or if we can go to work on him. Five 12 are going to get into a battle behind us. Hopefully the longer they can do that, the more it'll allow me to pull away. 7 and 22 really open up there in the middle of 3 and 4. Working the inside on the 35 through the middle of 1 and 2. Looks like they're still going side by side down the backstretch.
Okay, Jake, as a car exits and it's heads up.
Still side by side behind us, and yet they're staying right around
Just
6
done
tenths to 7 tenths behind.
30.00.
Looks like the 12 finally clears the 35. In the middle of 1 and 2. Pulls it back up 3 slow here. Get a problem down the backstretch. 22 gets by him. He cuts up in front of the 7. 610's back to the 12. We'll see how quickly he starts catching us.
Good consistency.
Checks up really hard here into 1. We've got big gaggle of cars up ahead. 12 up into the wall. Doesn't really lose any speed though. 23 slow down low. He's going to cut back up to the top. 22 and 3 go low. We got the 3 to our inside.
Hold your line. They're low.
3 slow. We're going to try to cut underneath him.
Right side.
Working it hard off of 4.
Still there.
23's to our outside. 12's cut his way quickly through. He's right behind us now.
Up there high.
So a few more spots there. For the 33 will stall the 12 out a little bit. 22 really knifed through that quickly. Nice. 33 holding them up like I need. I get loose off of 4, kills the run. 33 loses it as well. 12 works to his outside. Almost back to the top 10. A couple spots away. Not quite to halfway yet as well. With an issue off of 4. 12's 4/10 back. Really got to work the throttle now. A little wide there out of turn 2. Overdrove the entry to 3 just a little bit. 23 losing it off of turn 4. Trying to work by him.
One car inside.
Alright,
They're on
clear
the
him.
inside.
So there's another spot. Like I said, keep it clean, keep it smooth. You can pick up spots that way here. It's well closed up a little bit on us. We'll see what the 23 is going to do. Rotated there, this 3 and 4. I gotta try not to cut down quite so hard once the tires start to wear a little bit.
Your lap time was 30.49.
Still planning somewhere around 93 to 95, but I'm guessing we're gonna get a caution before then. 23 loops it again. Not all the way around, but slides off of 2. Unfortunately, that's easy pass for the 12 to make. Didn't really hold them up. Smoke up ahead, it's clear. Looks like we got one slow ahead. Five slow on the inside. It's well off the racing line though. Got the 8 up high. He's slow off of 4. 12's 3/10 back now. Lost a little bit of time to the 7 that time out of 4. One's falling back a little bit. Looks to be a bit slow off of 2. 7's going to look to his inside going into 3. 12 gets into the wall. It's going to buy us a little bit of time. 5's going to try to close up to the 12. Just behind the 1. 1 drives it in really, or the 12 drives it in really hard, gets into the wall again. Very light brush though, because it doesn't really slow him down.
On your right.
We get a big run out of 2 on the 1. He goes inside into 3.
He's still there.
A little loose there on the inside. 3 and 4, trying to work the throttle, keep it straight. 7's bouncing off the wall, 8's slow. 7 continues to bounce the wall.
That lap was at 30.91.
1 drives it in deep into 1. Lift at the right point there, getting out of 2, get a little loose. Yeah, everybody's fighting tire wear now. This is when it gets fun. 1 really overdriving the entry into 3. But I kind of overdrove the center. 22's getting loose up ahead. She's cutting down the track as he gets loose. We've also got the 21 who's slow up here. We clear the 22. 21 gets loose on the inside. 7 momentary bounce. Alright, that buys us some room. 22 is going to hold everybody up. So I think we're back into the top 10 now. This is the part where it really got fun to work everything. You can see I'm fighting it too. Got really loose off of 4 there. It's just so hard to get the throttle back down.
Your last lap time was at
We're actually up to 9th.
0.42.
12's up in the wall again. Everybody's fighting to hang on. Got about 15, 16 laps till pit. if we stay green. Not be fully disappointed with the caution now, but I kind of want to see it stay green as well. You can see how bad this run, I've destroyed the tires. Really just trying to work a wider arc through the corners. Just kind of elongate that cut down so that it's not quite such a sharp steering motion, keeps it straighter. Not get quite as much of that snap condition.
Last lap was at 31.01.
I bumped the wall there. That'll be my Darlington stripe. Hopefully the 22 didn't gain much time. 13's on fresher tires, it looks like. He's trying to work to the inside of the 22. Kind of overdrive 3 and 4 there. 13 definitely hauling on those fresh tires. We'll get him by.
Stay high.
Tap the brakes, get him by into one.
Clear low.
No reason to fight when he's got that fresh tires separated out behind the 22, so if the 22 does get to us, ton to let by it, get loose there off of 2 again. Looks like the 22 might have had a bad exit as well. He didn't gain any time on us. Oh, really bad entry into 3. Another contact there, just pushed way too wide into 3. He had a really bad exit out of 4. We're catching on him. 13's working his way up through the field on those fresher tires. He's trying to settle everything back down. So we're picking up on a couple cars in front of us. It's just a matter of trying to be smoother on it. Hit the marks. A little bit of smoke up ahead.
Coming up low side.
It's a little loose. I
Side
tried
clear.
wall 29 had the issue, that was the smoke.
Place.
Got by him there. Working back towards the top 5. Yeah, I really hope it can go green the rest of the way, personally. I have 99 to go this time by. To make it on 1 stop, I'd probably need another 33 to 34 fuel tank. Yeah, we could do this 1 stop. It'd be hell on tires. I don't know if it'd be worth it. We'll have to see when we start getting close to the window what everybody does. 27 sliding around. I was sliding around. 8's gonna try to work by him on the outside. I don't know who's gonna be quicker into turn 1. 7 goes low. He's gonna work up to the top. I thought he was gonna get the wall. He's also blinking a bit. Not quite there to get to his inside into 3. 29 settling down. 27 really slow in the center of the 3 and 4.
Inside line, you got 1. Inside clear.
Oh, that kills me because the 29 gets such a run. Now the 27 goes up to the high side. So somebody's definitely throwing blocks. He gets into the wall. That might have been prediction code because he just took off. Slide there, 29 catches us. 8's slow down the backstretch.
Coming up low side.
29 throws it in. I had to
Still
fight
there.
to stay off the 27.
He's still there. Still there.
And I was trying to fight it, but the 27 kind of came down.
Clear on the inside.
I know we're faster than the 8 and the 27. It's just a matter of making less mistakes and trying to work by them at the right times. Although the 29 is probably faster than us. 12 and the 1 have caught back up as well. But I think this is kind of getting held up by the 27. Gets loose right in front of us.
Far inside, keep high.
There's contact, unfortunately. There goes the 4X and we get a caution. I couldn't do anything. I mean, he got loose right in front of us like that. That sucks, but he got loose right in front of me. I had nowhere to go. I had absolutely nowhere to go on that one. So 0x not gonna happen, just not able to stay off the 27 when he spun. I want to hear if he's yelling at me.
We're under caution, pits are closed. Pace car is out. Line up single file behind Lewis.
Yeah, it's gotta hurt. Go on, Greg. Get up.
Base crack coming out of the tape.
I'm just the radio also something running hot, so.
Full course yellow, pits are open.
Pace starts middle of the back, end of the back stretch.
Alright, not really hearing anything in terms of them talking about yelling at me or anything. Like I said, I don't think I really had anywhere I could go. Trying to work on the pit road
What's your
here.
speed limit in the pits?
Make sure not to spit this time.
Pit speed
No
limit.
speeding this time.
Box in 1,530 feet.
Everybody screaming for 4 fresh tires.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Alright, I think we're not going to take the optional. We'll just get our 4 fresh tires and fuel and get rolling. I don't think it'll make a ton of difference. We'll see where we come out. Came in 7th, 6th or 7th, I believe. Alright, and we've got 93 laps to go. Be halfway done this time by. So we could do this on one more stop. I think it's going to be beneficial just to chop it in half once we go green if we stay green the rest of the way. We may try to hit it a lap earlier, 1 or 2 earlier than that, if I think everybody's going to do the same thing. Back to 8th, so
Okay,
I lost a spot, but I also feel like people stayed out. It's actually looking like we are 6th. 96, 96. Yeah, I don't think that's somebody that ran as long as we did on tires. We were 89, 89, 88 was the left rear, which is why it was starting to get a lot harder to drive off the corners. Not thinking they were somebody that ran as many laps as we did. 3 sets of tires left, so basically want to go about 30 laps or so on a set of tires. 87, 85. Yeah, we were right around there, so I feel like we're not abusing it too bad. Be slightly worse.
Full course yellow, pits are open.
Left rear is what I'm torching. Need to be a little bit smoother into the corners, not slide it quite as much. Be behind the 8, we'll have the 7 to the inside. It's gonna be the fun one to work around with the blinking. 29 we know is aggressive on the inside. And we'll have the 12 who's aggressive behind us.
Pace car's in this lap.
At least able to recover from that pit road speeding penalty. We deal back close to the top 5. I'll be going green with 90 to go, so right around 140-ish if we stay green. I could probably think somewhere around 135 to 140. Bit of heat at least to get some grip into them. Sun's gonna be leading them off. I think he's been up towards the front, don't know a ton about him. Same thing with the 32 as well. We know what the 3's like. One's off and rolling.
Green flag.
Trying to clear the 7, the 1. Alright, able to get by him. Excuse me, that was the 20, not the 3. So, gets us into 5th. Good restart there. He's going to look to the inside of the 32. 32 gets into the wall there in the middle of 3 and 4. Seems like some of the people are not getting slowed down all that much by it. Not as much as I would expect.
Yeah, on the right side.
Take advantage of the 8 getting stalled out by the 32.
Clear. Clear up high.
Tried to work him to the inside, but he just gets a big run on the outside, and I don't want to lose to the 7, although the 7 gets a big run out of 2. Looks like we're staying about even. Kind of overdrove the entry into 3 there, a little late on the brakes. So behind the 8 this time. The 8, see if he can work back up to the 32 and the 20. 32 is going to make a mistake before too long. Definitely going to be trying to work by the 32 here soon. 7's giving us pressure from behind. He's just not quite as good in the middle of 1 and 2 as the 32. Although I get a really bad exit out of 2, here comes the 7.
Far inside.
Didn't mean to throw a block there. 7 on by.
Clear low.
Stay ahead of the 12.
E6.
He's falling off a little bit. I'm going to get a bad run again out of 2. 12 tried to get the cut underneath. Sun's fun here down the backstretch. 8 starting to close back up to the 32. 31 pushes wide in the middle of 3 and 4. 12 gets a little bit of a worse exit out of 4.
Just done a
Gives us a bit of room.
02.
$100 down, 84 to go. Still a long way, just past the halfway. But double the longest race I've run here up to this point. Well, that I've recorded for you guys. Seven's really working all over the back of the 8. 8 throwing some blocks down the front stretch. And we get a caution. 12 almost looked like he was going to get in the back of us there, cooling down. Alright, I don't think we're going to come in yet. I think we'll stay out. I wish we could get back to some long green flag runs. I don't know, we'll see what everybody up front does. If everybody up front comes, then we'll come, but I think if everybody elects to, I'll stay out.
Pace car is out. Pits are closed. Pace car
Hard to
is
say if
out.
the 32
Line
was
up
slower,
single
if it was
file.
the 8 that was slower.
Components.
I think the 7 was probably slightly faster than us. I feel like everybody's a little more aggressive on the fresh tires compared to what I do. So if we get towards the end of a run, late race, like I'll definitely have to push harder on the tires, but you can see how bad it gets later on in the run.
Pits are open.
So I kind of take it easy. Let's see what everybody does up front. Looks like everybody up front's gonna stay out, so we're gonna do that. 12. Yeah, everybody, at least in the top 10's all staying out. Maybe some people back. Again, not trying to look at any of the spoilers for the race. I think the 30's the lucky dog and having a problem getting by on the outside. It's a bright side, easy with that 4X. I think if we can keep it clean the rest of the way, we should be able to still gain some safety rating. A couple tenths of a point, I'll be happy with that. Get 2.8 or something like that. I think I gained like 0.4 or 0.5, so I was at like 2.6 or 2.7 coming into this. So 2.8, 2.9, something like that. I'll be happy with that. That sucks getting in the back of the 27 around caused that caution, but literally just cut loose right in front of me coming out of 4, and I had nowhere to go and no way to really back off of them either. So that was just a tough.
Pits are open.
That was a no-win solution or situation there. Be restarting on the outside again in 6th. Looks like it's kind of gonna be almost the same restart. Just 12 is gonna be to our inside, 1 row back, and then you're gonna have the 20 is gonna be on the inside row. 31 will be on the outside row, but 32, 8, same spot, 7, same spot, we'll be in the same spot. 22's been able to keep his way up here despite the aggressive driving and the mistakes. I think it's because we've had these frequent cautions that guys have been able to recover from some of those mistakes, like with how loose they were getting, how much they were shredding the tires. If we just had really long green flag runs like Darlington in real life is known for, they'd be hurting tires bad. Later on in the run, they'd be falling back a lot, so that's why, like I said, I wasn't super kind to the tires, but it was better than some of the guys, and that's why I really wanted a long green flag run. Even if we could have stayed green to finish the rest of the race out, would have been perfect. Kind of pull away from some of those guys that were killing their tires. So I think we could have easily gotten in the top 5 over the next, 10 or 15 laps before I would have thought about pitting. One to go this time. So we'll be going green with 78 to go.
All right, Jake, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Back in the lead, 20 on the outside, so I think it might actually be a carbon copy, at least for the top 6 of the same restart. 29 directly behind us this time, 12 is going to be 1 row back on the inside. Go here. See if the 31's gonna go early off the 4 or if he's gonna wait. This restart's gonna be a little bit tougher on slightly older tires. That's why we kinda got a little loose there. 7 did not get a good start though, so able to clear him. We'll just lift to get behind the 32. He's going to try to work by the 32. He gets by him in the center of 1 and 2. 7's really been struggling the last couple of restarts. It's benefited us back to 5th. Now we'll see who's faster between the 8 and the 32. I suspect the 8's going to be, but we'll see what happens. 7 with a massive run there out of 4. Really good run in the middle of 3 and 4. I'll try and see if we can get the 32 to back out of it. Quickly learning he's not going to back out of it into 1. better to try to get a pass on him. 8's really slow out of 2.
Coming up on here.
So we're both going to try to work by him.
Still there. Right side.
So maybe it was the 8 that's going to be slower.
Okay, Jake.
8's up in
next
the
car
wall. I
is-
Still there.
might have pushed up into him. Kind of comes down on us.
Keep digging. Still there.
He's going to run hard on the outside.
Still there.
Trying to clear him here. He's going to cut. I thought he was going to try to cut underneath us out of 2. Alright, so it puts us up to 4th now. I think that might be the highest I've been all race. He just drives into the back of us in the middle of 3 and 4. Just overdrove the entry. Kills his run off. Thankfully no incident point out of that.
P4.
This car always feels a bit washy, kind of weird through 1 and 2 on cold tires. So you get about 5 to 7 laps and the temps and the pressures build up. It starts to feel a lot more solid. So you get about 25-30 into the run and then it gets worse. And about 30 laps or so until I think about pitting.
Was up 29.65.
Hopefully 8 holds everybody up, builds us a big gap behind. It's at 6/10 right now. We want to get to somewhere around 120 to be able to make it on one stop. 7's trying to work to the inside of the 8.
That was 29.75.
Slowly catching back up to the 32. So I'm going down a little bit more, track getting a little bit darker. Continuing to pace the field. We got almost a full second ahead. The 7 didn't get by the 8. So we'll see if the 7 starts closing down on us, if he was faster than us or not. See up in the wall in the middle of 1 and 2. Just a couple tenths off the 32, hanging with the top 4. Take that right now.
P4.
Good spot to be in,
Lap time
just
was
riding and logging laps
29.85.
here in the front. Not quite there to get to the inside of the 32 into 3, but we got good gain that time. Pushes up into the wall. 20 is going to try to look to the inside of the 31. We're going to get to the inside of the 32.
Still there.
2 by 2 for 1st through 4th.
He's still there. Keep digging.
P3. Pick up behind, isn't it?
That sideline's clear.
Clear the 32. Puts us into 3rd. We got the lead in our sights. 31 really slow off of turn 2.
You got one right side.
Trying to work his inside here into turn 3.
Hold your line.
Pinches down, gets a
Clear
good
outside.
run there out of turn 4. Good defensive driving by him. See if the 20 starts checking out now that he's gotten by the 31. Not too worried about the 32, I think we'll be able to pull away. Just trying to take a quick shot at 2nd if I can get it. We'll just settle back in here. See if the 31's going to recover, trying to get back at the 20. Like I'm probably overdriving the entry into 3 there. 7's really gained a ton of time, half a second back now. That's side by side. Really killed our lap times. Can't tell if the 31 got into the wall or if he was just up high. Two hanging with us though. Get slightly in the back of the 31, get loose there, out of 4, get too low on the apron. Let's allow the 32 to our outside.
Keep it steady. Still there.
Simple mistake by me.
That
He's
sideline's
back. 3rd, no big deal. Settle back in, try to stay ahead of the 7th. Just regroup. Can't overdrive it. Two's gonna make a mistake. Like I said, gets into the wall, but it doesn't really slow him down, which makes me wonder if it's actually net code. Alright. A little loose there out of turn 2, looks like. Potential for a wreck on the backstretch. Hopefully they stay low enough that we stay green. Looks like it's continuing to spread. I'm expecting a caution here.
Full course caution.
There it is. Saw that wreck developing, and then it just took a while
Pace
to
car is out.
finally bring
Pits
out the
are
caution.
closed. Pace car's out.
Well,
Lineups
we're gonna be
single
headed
file.
into pit this
Behind
time.
car number 32.
No
We
question
think
about it.
Rogers and Lewis have gone off.
64 to go next time by. One car smoking on the back stretch.
Full course yellow. Pits are
It's
open.
the 8 that was caught up in that. I don't think it was him that came off the wall initially. I think it was somebody else, and then it kind of sent him down.
The leader is pitting now. Watch your speed. Box in 1530.
Get our 4 fresh tire and fuels. Be left with 2 sets.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Alright, same thing. Not going to take any of the optional. Just get our tires. Doesn't really seem to be affecting the pace at all. It's like the 12 might have taken fuel or tires only, or 2 tires only. Jumped the 32, which is good. I don't know how many people stayed out. Looks like the 23 elected to stay out. We'll see if he comes in. It's going to be scary if he doesn't come in. Otherwise, we're going to be lining up third.
The leader's pitting now.
Okay, so the 23 is coming in. Yeah, we're going to be lining up third because the 13 will get waved around. I'll take this. I have just over 60 laps to go. Try to hang on to a top 5. Be in a position to possibly contend for a race win. I'd feel really proud of that if I could pull that off. I'd be really proud of that. Feel really happy with how I've tried to rebound the race I've tried to drive since having that pit road speeding penalty. Really tried to not get down on myself, be mentally sharp, just be as smart as I could. Obviously, again, I had the mistake with the 27, but I don't really know what differently I could have done there. Fortunately, with how long this race has taken me, not review many post-race incidents. We may look at the one with the 27, and that's about it. Depending on how long this takes. Looks like we should get going green with 61 to go. So if we stay green the rest of the way, I'm not going to split it in half. I'll just stay out. I think it'll be less of a time drop to do that than to come in, but not counting on that happening either. Not counting on that happening. This next set of tires, we'll just have to see when the caution comes out. The last one I kind of want to save for like 15 or 20 to go.
Race car's coming in this lap.
The 32 behind us, 12 is going to be on the outside. See what the 20 is going to do. Try to jump. We get a good restart, get by the 31. Good speed the tires again. Try to just make it a little bit easier on the 1 and 2 on the opening laps than what it normally is. get close to the final third of the race, though. I think we are. We'll actually be in it once we get the green. Get lined up here behind a 20, ready to go. He lays back for the pace car. Kinda got trapped there. 31's gonna be able to cut in front of us. Just trying to clear the 12 into one at least. Alright, so not the best restart up front, but we'll take it. Stayed third at least. A little bit of a gap up to the 12. Watch to see how aggressive the 31's gonna get on the 20. You're on fresh tires. $60 to go. 31's gonna send it big time into one. There's the 31. I thought the 31 was gonna try to look underneath, but it was a bit too early in the corner to do that. Or the 20, excuse me. We're gonna have 12 all over the back of us, although he slides up in the middle of 3 and 4. Gonna get a big run though, out of the center. 20's trying to get the run on the outside of the 31. Just gonna watch where these two are gonna go. They're gonna almost get into the wall. 7's still blinking back there. We got a slow car. 12 gets a big run. He's gonna go to our inside. He was like checked up for the 20.
He's still there.
You just can't. You cannot lift at all. Trying to fight on the outside here. Get the run off the 4 like that. 1 has worked his way back up here. So hard because I don't want to destroy the tires if we are going to go green the rest of the way, but we're so aggressive. You have to fight all you can to defend a position.
That was a 29.60. P3.
Right side. They're outside. Coming up on here.
Let's see if we can get to the inside of the 31 here into
You've just
1.
done a 29.7.
Oh, he runs us hard.
Still there.
Gonna be in a bad spot. 12's gonna try to get the run on the outside. See if he cuts underneath. Oh, we get right into the 31. Everybody's contact. How I hung on to that, I don't know.
Got one inside. They're low.
Allowed the 1 by. 20 also got back by. That was crazy. Trying to listen and see what they're saying about that.
P5. That lap time was 30.
I don't know, that was everybody stacked up close, and as soon as 1 contact happened, it was going to be hard for everybody. I got the rear tires hot and unhappy. Back to 5th, no big deal. We'll hang on to it. Settle back down. Back into somewhat easy driving mode. Chat back down since nobody's really talking. 7's back all over our bumper. 1 finds that it's go time now. 7, a little bit of a blink, kind of jump there. 1's pulling away from us, trying to follow behind the 1 in case he works by the 20. We can try to take advantage of it, but let's see what we can do. 12's trying to work the inside of the 31 off of 4. So we got a battle for 1st and 2nd, a battle for 3rd and 4th. 20 gets into the wall there in the middle of 1 and 2. A little too much throttle there, and we get a caution. Hard to say if I use a set of tires now or not. Yeah.
Race car is out. Line up single file.
Have
Front
like
car
50 to
number
go.
01. We're under caution. It's closed.
I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. It's a tough call. What to do? I want to hear what they're talking about.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
Trying to get the 30 is 0 so we can get our boy back to the lead lap.
Might follow whatever the 1 does, personally. See if he's gonna commit to coming in. He's gonna stay out, so we'll do the same. Looks like most of the field is gonna stay out as well. So a 50 to go next time by. Yeah, I really wish we could get into a long green flag run to finish this. Just, again, for whatever reason, does not seem possible in this race. Can't believe it was 30 gonna get back on the lead lap. Yeah, we're only gonna have 21 on the lead lap. And we started 35. That's crazy. That's crazy. It looks like we're gonna have 22 or 23 left in the race overall. So, in theory, unless something stupid happens, we're gonna finish better than where we were supposed to, even if I were to wreck and blow up now.
Pits are open.
And I think a top 15 or top 20 should be pretty easy to obtain. But I'm so close to the front. I can smell this top 5. I want the top 5 at least. Or at least the top 10, if not the top 5. So I could have easily then, if I wouldn't have screwed up the truck race, could have easily had a top 5 in all 3 series, which would have been nice.
We're under caution. Pits are closed.
2 to go. So we'll try to learn from the 20 and the 1. Hopefully the 7 gets a crap start. Clear him going into 1, he'll be on our outside. You know the 22 is aggressive. 32 is back there as well. I'm having fun. I'd have even more fun if this, didn't have so many cautions in it. It's kind of the opposite of what Darlington in real life typically does. Seven's still blinking back there. I was kind of worried it was me, but quality seems to be okay so far. The ping's kind of bouncing around, but quality's not been bad, so I don't really think it's me. Get the 1 to go here will be...
Okay, Jake. Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Back green with 48 to go. It's gonna be another nerve-wracking start. Try to do the best we can. Been managing them fairly well for the most part, but it's getting close to go time and everybody's anxious to move forward now. Their laps are running out, so it's no mercy, and I'm not comfortable enough with no mercy here. See what the 12 is going to do on the outside of the 31. How aggressive he's going to be in the 1. We'll watch for contact and somebody possibly getting up into the wall. Try not to get tripped up by the restart as well. Yep, got tripped up, so 7's gonna get a run. You're gonna also have 32 on the outside getting the run. I just not get a very good restart at all, so we dropped 2 spots out of that. 4 was almost looking to the outside as well. 31 got a good jump, clears the 12. 22 gets by the 4, 4's falling. No, excuse me, 33. We got almost 3 wide behind.
You got one on the inside.
Rubber drove turn 3 there.
They're inside.
Just looking on the outside to stay off the 32. 32's trying to work around the 7. 7's working on the outside of the 1 almost. Get the run. Backstretch to clear the 32.
That lap was at 30.
Run on the outside, and we get the caution. But thankfully, we were just in front of him. So, puts us back into 6th. He's gained 1 of the spots back that we lost. I think if we stayed out the last one, you'd probably stay in this one as well. But again, we'll watch what everybody in front does. Nobody can keep it clean.
Car 32. Pace car is out. Pits are closed.
27 involved in another one. Not sure if it was his fault. 15's on pit road. He's gonna put more cars down off the lead lap. And just being able to keep it clean and stay on the lead lap's worth a lot of spots no matter where you started. I wonder if the open side, I mean, I've watched
Pits are open.
Nick Neben and Gavin run the open stuff. I always thought the fix would be better for me since I'm so new to the car and trying to learn it. I wonder if it'd be better if it would keep it cleaner. The setups would like allow a little more separation, people to get a little more comfortable with the cars, but I don't know. It could be a bigger disparity, people not be able to judge it, and it could be just that. I haven't watched Nick's yet for this week, so I'll have to watch it. 13's trying to get his lead back, but the 20's still kind of blocking the outside. I believe the 13's the lucky dog. See once he gets back around where it puts us in terms of how many on the lead lap. I think we should have like 22, 21 or 22. So yeah, terrible restart. Terrible restart. Got lucky enough to be able to get by the 32 there right before the caution came out. At least get 1 of the spots back. Looks like everybody's doing the same thing though, all electing to stay out.
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
31's laying way back from the pace car for some reason. Not quite sure why we're giving such a gap to the pace car. Two to go this time. So go green with 42 left in
We're
the
under
race.
caution. Pits are closed.
I almost feel like if we get another caution, then relatively soon I may think about coming in and take a set of tires. Although we haven't put a ton of green flag laps on this set. But I got 2 sets left still, so I don't want to be, I mean, not just going to find opportunities to come in a pit and use them, but if we have cautions, I don't want to be leaving sets in the pits either. It's just the track position's so big right now, but the flip side is there's not a ton of people on the lead lap as there were at the beginning of the race. We've got 19 on the lead lap. 19 on the lead lap, and I think 22 on the track, or between pits and track. So it's not as big of a penalty as if you were, you know, going back to the 30s. Not quite as many cars to work through, so might be something to consider the next caution, if it's a quick one. Lined up on the outside behind
Pace cars in
one.
this lap.
Try to be smooth, try to get a better restart. Don't know if we'll be able to get the jump on the 7. Now the 20 or the 31's in front of the pace car. He was laying way back and now he's in front. Yeah, it'll be tough to see if we get the jump, but try to do what we can here to stay close to the top 5. Let's see, who just dropped? That was the 27. Alright, so it's going to leave us 21 now?
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now
Not out of the
8
race.
Fahrenheit.
Ready to get lined up here. See when the 31's going to go. 32's going to be aggressive on the inside. We know that the 22's going to be aggressive on the outside. Much earlier restart. Trying to get the run on the outside of the 7 down the front stretch. Oh, we get the wall. 7's going to run us on the inside. Hopefully we get the run in the center of the corner.
He's still there. Clear inside.
Just clear him, push off of turn 2. Alright. So we got the restart we needed, up to 5th. Now it's time to hang on at the rest of the race. 12 pushes wide. Another car drops. Twelve gets into the wall there in the middle of 1 and 2. Loose there off of turn 2. Track's cooling down, so we're getting more grip, more speed. Tires are feeling good. Pull away a little bit from the 7. Fastest lap of the race.
Just done a 29.50.
Personal best, I believe. Maybe not, maybe close to it. One really slow off of turn 2, had to lift for him.
Keep it steady, still there.
Trying to work the inside into 3.
Still there.
Get the run out of 4 as I had to lift there.
Still there.
Side by side down the front stretch.
He's still there.
The lap time was 29.81.
He's still
Pushed
there.
up into him a little bit. Try to get him in front. Sorry about the bump there, 1. Tried to stay off you. Alright, so that cost us a little bit of time to the 20. Something to keep an eye on, see if that was just a mistake out of the 1 or if his car is actually a bit slower. Less than 40 to go. Got a big mistake out of somebody. It's so hard to run side by side through 1 and 2 and make a pass. Gets by the 7. 7's really starting to hold everybody up. 32 going to try to close up. Check the gap at the line and see how quickly he's going to catch us. 3/10 back. Front 3 have broken away from the 1. Loose there off of turn 4. Gap stays about the same to the 32. Looked like he was catching us a lot quicker. Run 3, we're starting to spread out a little bit. 31's breaking away from the 12. 7's trying to regroup, hunt the 32 back down. Love to go green the rest of the way, although not when I make that mistake. We're going to be able to pull a 10th on the 32, and then I did that. Terrible turn 2 there. Absolutely terrible turn 2. 32 gets a big run down the backstretch. So I just overdrove turn 2 all the way. Slips up just slightly off of turn 4.
You've just done a 30.07.
Trying to be a little bit smoother into the throttle into 1. Allows us to pick a 10th back up on the 32. Still 2 tenths back from the 1.
That was at 30.02.
32's definitely driving that harder into 1. 12 gets the wall, I get the wall. Everybody fighting now. Kind of overdrove turn 3 a little bit. It's like the 20 starting to back up.
Lap time was at 30.
Along with the 12, so 31's really getting a big lead now. 2's starting to catch us. Who's there in turn 2? 12, I think, got into the wall out of 2. 4's gotten by the 7, they're all catching us. 20's going to the inside of the 12 in 3. It's going to look to the inside. 12's going to try to defend. Makes us a little bit slow off of 4. 4's now working to the inside of the 32.
That was at 30.28.
2's going to push hard at the wall. 12 gets into the wall again. Too shallow into 2. 12's throwing big blocks on the 1. Try to follow behind the 1 to see if we can get by the 12.
Full course caution.
Just going to push wide, and we go caution. So, yeah, everybody's coming in now. I don't think there's any question about who's coming. And I think it's 4 tires. 30 to go as well. Now that came at a perfect time because the 4 cleared the 32 and was catching us quickly. So hopefully that'll alleviate some of it. We're also going to need to drive harder now, since we're not going to have as many laps left on the tires.
Full course yellow, pits are open.
Yeah, it's not going to be a question of if anybody's coming in.
The lead car's pitting. Watch your speed. Box in 1,530 feet.
Didn't get quite as good of an entry into pit road, lost a little bit of time to the 1. Trying to make the most of it here on the pit stop.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Gets back by us. So come out in the same order we came in, which is good. 1 stay, or the 4 stays ahead of the 32, 33s now. Up there. 20 gets a penalty. Oh, that's big. Puts us 4th now. That was big. And that's why I want to start on the outside, but that's big. Up here, I think we're going to be working by. This looks like 13 will end up getting waved around the pace car before we get the 1 to go. Which I think puts 15 on the lead lap and like 20 on the track in total. 19 on the track, something like that, so get a top half finish even if we again finished all the way in the back basically. But that's not my goal. Want to stay inside the top 10? We got a shot at top 5. We're going to go after that.
Pits are open.
So it's going to be interesting if we use the last set of tires or not. I really hope we just stay green the rest of the way, because we'll have 26 to go.
Okay, Jake, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Alright, we're going to see what we can do here. Just a little bit of heat in the tires. Everybody getting the last minute preparations. This could be the last restart, hopefully it is. But if history shows with this race, it will not be. Everybody on fresh tires, everybody feeling good, everybody gonna be driving hard. It's gonna be chaos. Off and rolling.
Green, 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 let's go.
Holding down 4th.
P4.
One. Thought about looking to the inside of the 12. Kind of overdrive, turn 2 there, push up, get the wall. 32 is gonna get the big run.
Both sides, you got
He
one.
just drives right into the back of us. I mean, I kind of came down a little bit, but not really a block. Just didn't turn left enough. Really overdrove lap, that lap. Let's see if we can just settle back in now. 160, so we got 25 to go.
Okay, Jake, lap times are pretty consistent.
Definitely want to push harder, can't overstep it. Really good run on the one this time. Try to look to the inside.
He's still there.
Try to pick up the pass. Just can't get on the throttle enough. This is just good side-by-side Darlington Racing. 32 is going to try to take advantage of it.
Clear high.
12's going after the 20. Or the 31, excuse me. 20 had the penalty. Man, I'm so bad on the inside in 1 and 2. 2's going to think about looking to our inside.
P4.
Trying to get back into a comfortable line and just push a little bit harder through the center of 1 and 2. Try to find some speed there. Still feel like I'm overdriving it a bit, just kind of now overstepping that line. So gets a really good run that time through 3 and 4 on us.
Inside.
He's going to look to our inside.
He's still in.
That lap time was...
I thought he was going to back out into 1. He did it late, so it kind of gets me to have a suboptimal entry into 1. One's falling back. A big run, just not close enough to the 1 to try to look to the inside into 3. Three's got by the 7 and the 4. 32 with a big run that time out of 4.
Still there.
Let's get one to our inside. I hate going too wide into 1 and 2.
He's still there.
Trying to fight in front of him. Kind of got to manhandle it. But allow the 33 to get to his inside. Lots of Kyle Bushes around us. They're going to go side by side. Hopefully that gives us a bit of a break.
You've just done a
20 to go.
29.77.
33 clears the 32. We're about a half second back though. Separation up here in the front three. 12's trying to run the 20 back down. Or the 31, excuse me. I keep flipping that one. One's about a second behind. He's really booking it away. 7 worked by the 32 as well. 33's charging hard. Maybe falling out of 4th here. Only thing I can hope for is that the 33 either makes a mistake or he's going to torch his tires and we can get back by the layer. You know, last 10 laps or so of the race. Trying to do what I can to stay in front of him. He's driving a lot better than me right now. He's pulling away from the 7 and the 32. He's staying pretty even up in the front, ahead of us at least. Might be falling off just a little bit. You just get such a run out of turn 2 on us. 33 does. 7 and 32 are closing back in though. Overdrove 3 there. Trying to get a better exit out of turn 4.
That lap was at 29.66. Good consistency. Keep them coming.
That time the 33 did not get a good run out of turn 2. The 7 and 32 are closing back in. I'm still overdriving turn 3. Which is going to hurt me off of 4. 12's closing back down to the 31.
That last lap was at
We're closing back in on the 1. Way too shallow here into turn 2. 33 slips up, gives us a break. Twelve goes blinking. Late on the throttle out of 3. Drop another car, everybody's spreading out. Hopefully we can stay green the rest of the way. We've got 13 to go. I feel like if we had a late race caution, I'd probably use the set of tires to just try to work through the field. Depending on how many laps are left.
Inside.
33 just drives into the back of us into 3.
Outside, you got one.
It's my fault for pushing up into the wall though, not his. Allows the 7 and the 32 to close back up. Not gonna say anything to him. It's just aggressive racing at the end. 12 looks like he bounced off the wall, possibly out of 2. One's definitely not able to keep up with the 31 and the 12. Unless they're really gonna start falling off the end. Get a little loose there out of turn 4. And we might be closing up slightly. They're also going side by side in the 1. Two gonna get the run again. Like he was gonna drive back into us. 1 gets into the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. It's loose out of 4. Sit behind him and try to defend the inside into 1. Keep the 33 behind us. 12's all over the place, falling off the 31. We're having a good battle here in the top 5. One loose out of turn 2. We're going to try to go to the inside this time.
He's
See
still there.
if we can outbrake them.
Still there.
So hard to stay off of
Keep it
them.
together,
I don't get
hold
to
your
run on
line.
the outside. I get loose. They're out of turn 4.
there.
We're going to the inside.
They're outside.
And I completely lost it. Just completely lost it. Ah, I hate that I did that. Hate that I did that. I was driving so clean until that point. And now the tires are hot. I can't believe I did that. Well, hopefully we don't have a meatball.
Single file behind Holmes. We're under caution.
Grab our set of tires. Just try to come back up through the field. Ah, stupid mistake. Really stupid mistake.
I get it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I have no tires left, so if these guys pit, then, you know.
I'm really sorry about that, guys. That was all me getting loose off of 4.
Of course, yellow. Pits are open.
Right side is we're back to 14th, so I look like an idiot. It would cost another 4x, but we're only back to 14th, so grab a fresh set of tires, have a few laps to go, try to get our top 10. I just got to regroup. Second mistake I made.
The leader is pitting now.
We'll regroup. Everybody's going to be coming in.
22,
They have tires. I think we're going to grab the damage this time as well, since
15,
we're going to be in the back.
40 feet.
Just got to make sure I don't speed so that way I can line up ahead of the lap cars. We know we're faster than some of the people around us, so try to work back towards that top 10. I don't think I'll be able to get a top 5 now, but
3,
we'll work for the
2,
top 10.
1. Box now.
2.5 minutes. Try to see how much of that we can get repaired before the pace car comes back around. Like I said, we'll be back in the back, so probably 15th or 16th. Probably take a couple stops to get it done here, depending on how many laps we have. Let's get as much of it repaired as we can. No harm, we're already in the back. I hate that we're gonna sit here and waste some time for you guys, but we'll get going. You can always fast forward through this as well.
This is going to be a giant wreck fest.
Looks like somebody might have stayed out.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Try to get caught back up so we can get this last set of repairs in. Not gonna get a ton of repairs, but
Alright,
It's already open.
you ready to get a bumper?
We'll
on
get
the
something.
restart?
Look out for the pit speed limit. Box in 1530
Should be able to get another
feet.
5 or 6 seconds worth, a little bit more.
Where's the pace car? Going into turn 3.
Box in
Entering
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Alright, 14, I got pit. Let's go, buddy.
Alright, same thing. A little bit more repairs.
I'm right on the back
Many.
there, buddy, so I don't know why you're telling me what to do.
It's alright. Don't take offense. I'm not your boss. It's alright.
Alright, get back out. This time we'll get the one to go, so we'll line up. Like I said, I think we should restart 15th.
Where's the 3?
You should be entering 3.
Come on, get up here. I gotta get behind you.
It's gotta stand behind the 8 right now. Oh man, we are so far behind. Trying to catch back up this time. I want to be with the rest of the field, but we'll see what we can do. He's kind of slow, and I can't get by him. Alright, it looks like we should catch up. Line up behind him. It's gonna be a botched restart, but we'll do what we can. Got a couple lap cars to get by. Off and rolling. By the 30.
Alright, Jake. Push now.
8 and 14 ahead are both laps down.
D15.
Reach the 14, which is kind of get out of our way, but I get it. Big wreck. Backstretch. Oh, we just avoid the 7.
Caution. Watch out. We're under caution.
Well, we gotta get a
It's
green white
closed.
checker now.
Pace car is out. Line up
Extra
single
laps.
file behind Sam
Put
Sell.
a 23 in the middle like that. That was fucking sketchy.
Guess that's a couple spots we could get, potentially. We're into 13th, so a couple spots to go to get to the top 10. I don't know if it's worth coming in to continue to repair the damage or not.
Hey, good brake job there, buddy.
Full course yellow. It's our open.
Shot back down, I mean, hear people yelling. I think we're likely going to come in and get some more repairs. Because the 7 dropped out, so I don't have to worry about him. Might as well try to get as much of the car repaired as I can. It's the same process as the last
Watch
caution.
your speed limit in the pits. Box in 15. 140 feet.
Let's see if the 23 is going to come in.
The car behind is
Looks like
pitting.
the 23 is, so not going to lose really any spots.
Box in 5. 4.
And I guess we
3,
could
2,
possibly. No, I don't think we would
1.
lose to the 14 either.
Box now.
Although, perfect time for me to overshoot. That's okay. There was a time to do it, that was the time to do it. So the 14 will catch us, 23s. We'll be ahead of him. The 7 dropped out, so we'll be ahead of him. I think we should be like 13th, probably. 13th or 14th.
Next thing I know, he just kills me. He just wrecked on the back and reversed all the way back up the track right in my way. Destroyed his own shit doing it.
Get back out in just a minute. Probably come in for a second time to get the rest of the repairs done. Should be able to get them all completed under this caution. So the 23 is going to go a lap down, so that'll keep us in front of him. We won't get all done since we got 2 to green, but get the last set here, as much of it as I
Yellow.
can.
It's our open. Watch your speed. Box in 15. 130
Same thing, we'll probably
feet.
get another 10 or 15 seconds in.
Box in
Do what we can to
5.
see if we can get to that top 10. I just
4,
hate that I lost it off
3,
of 4
2,
trying to battle into the 1.
1. Box now.
Had a top 5 and just completely blew it. All my mistake, unfortunately.
Have new tires up here now, so I know it's gonna be spinning their wheels.
Get the 1 to go, get caught up. Hopefully be waved around the 14, but we'll see. So we're gonna be behind 18, so same thing. Look green white checker to try to get by as many cars as possible. The 18's a lot faster, a lot further ahead, so we should be able to get to the back of the pack this time. Extra laps. And 4 spots to go to get that top 10. Which means even without it, we're still technically where I need to be. So start in 3rd. Actually, with how slow we're going, we'll do 2nd. Try to jump to the outside line. Slow. 14 is on the lead lap. Everybody else is ahead of the 8. Watch for a wreck in 1 and 2.
You got one right side.
Inside.
Clear of pine. You got one right
Trying to
side.
get by the 30 as well.
Clear.
I know that was a bit aggressive, but gotta get by him as quickly as possible. I want a shot at this. Because it looks like we're gonna get the white flag. Fortune gets up into the wall, we push way up. Run.
Inside line, you got one.
8's running on the inside. Wish he would just back out.
Hold your line.
He doesn't,
Clear on the inside.
because he's running for nothing. 8, can I get on by?
Right side.
Alright, hate that I
Clear of pine.
did that, but like, really, bud, like, thank you for stalling me when you should have just bailed out. So, my fault for wrecking, raising the wall. But he's gonna fan all the way to the bottom. We're gonna finish 14th. So, inside the top 15. Should still gain iRating out of it. Just, yeah, frustrating. I don't know if I would have gotten many spots getting by the 8, but frustrating that the 8 didn't let us by. Let's take a look and see what happened behind the 27 if I can find it. It's really the only one I want to look at, just to see if I could have stayed off of them. Let's see. So I believe it was this lap here. So we're chasing him through 1 and 2. Getting a run down the backstretch. Sun was still out on the track. Drove in behind him, gave him a little bit of room. Yeah, he starts to get loose, and I guess I could have tried to back off, but it was... Let's see. Because we're in the middle of the part where I'm already back into the throttle. He gets loose. I'm out of it, trying to stay on the brakes. That's when we made the contact. And then at that point, you know, like I was just running right behind him, but trying to go, but not, you know, trying to work it as much as I can. And he goes right. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. I don't really think I had much to do there. I could have tried to back off a little bit more when he was getting loose, but I was worried if I backed off, he was going up the track, but it looked like he was kind of just hanging there in the middle too, going for 4-wheel slide, so really tough break either way. Hard to say. So finished 14th. I guess it's, you know, inside the top 15 like I wanted. Just, man, I wish, I don't know. I don't think we would have gotten top 10, but maybe we could have picked off like the 14 and the 3 if the 8 would have let us by. Kind of frustrating there that he wasn't really racing anybody at all, and you know, he's gonna do that, but it is what it is, so I get it. Take a look at the results. Hopefully they should be fairly positive for the most part. Second split looks like 5 or 6 in total. 12 cautions, 47 laps, not fun. 29, so a little bit of iRating gain, just under 3100. I'll take it. Well over 3.0, 0.83, and that was even with the 8X, so probably could have been much higher up if we would have, you know, been able to keep it clean. The clean air was so important. That's what allowed the 31 to get that run in the wind. That the clean air was so important. But had a shot at top 5, just drove way too hard underneath the one. Like I said, stupid mistake on my part, but still trying to learn these cars and where that edge is of what I can push. So 100% my fault. But I'll take a somewhat decent finish and try to carry the momentum, learn some more for Kansas, be a little bit faster, try to carry it. So love to hear from you guys on the deal with 27 or anything else you guys noticed in car. If you guys got driving tips for this or how you practice with it, love to hear that as well. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.